But I guess my question is sort of like, when is it actually spiritually and developmentally beneficial to go into a desire versus spending more energy resisting the thing? Like, when are we actually bullshitting ourselves by not going into the thing?
Like instead of disciplining or resisting it
Yes,
or
yes. Like,
to like allow it and just go fully
yes.
with that desire.
Where's the line between I need to discipline this thing and order for the sake of discipline, just for the sake of discipline and like, you know, keeping things in order, being awake to what I'm doing, being conscious, and where is the benefit in, yeah, going into it?
I mean, I don't like this to discipline for the sake of discipline. All the disciplines that we do here are for the sake of awakening. And we are disciplining something, we are disciplining some creature that is used to roam free and take us in all kind of misery lanes. And because we already know that, we know where this goes,
Right?
then we are putting a no and try to consciously resist that, because we know it's some kind of tendency that is egoic tendency and is going to create problems. So the discipline is serving awakening. Yeah, but I hear you. And when do we do that? And maybe sometimes it's might be better to just, especially if it's it might be better to just allow it.
Because I'm not talking about hot chocolate yoga. I'm talking about bigger than hot chocolate yoga. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
but
you
they
gave
don't
this example
know.
of hot chocolate yoga. And
Yeah,
this is like a small example of that. Is like, oh, okay, if you want the hot chocolate, wait 5 minutes and do yoga and feel where's it coming from. What?
nothing.
Wasn't
He
that the
wasn't
thing?
saying to do yoga, no. But
Oh, didn't he call it hot chocolate yoga?
yeah, but it's not yoga. It's not
But like a
yoga.
meditation practice, right? To be conscious of like what's happening around the
Yeah,
craving
yeah,
for the hot chocolate.
yeah. I mean, okay, so for everybody here, so she's alluding to a Rupert Spira video that I sometimes recommend for people when they have compulsions and addictions. In the middle of the night, I want to have hot chocolate, or I want to have, there's compulsion, yeah, compulsion, recurring compulsion about something. And Rupert Spira was recommending this to slow it down and to notice that thing and give 5 minutes on the clock. Hey, I'm not going to do what you want yet. 5 minutes where I'm just going to observe what's happening right now with this desire and wanting, a sense of lack. So because usually it's fast and always identify what they do, what it says. And so you're saying, hey, observe on the underlying sense of lack and wanting, and yeah. So you are not saying, hey, you're not talking about a compulsion or something, but something that is kind of human.
Yes. Some bigger
Sex.
yes. Okay, it's in the room. Yes.
Like,
Yes, but so on the other hand of the hot chocolate yoga is like, I was listening to Ram Dass today talk about the Bhagavad Gita, and he was saying like you create more karma by actually like resisting oftentimes the action.
So it's almost like when, okay, so question is like twofold, like, hey, is it sometimes more better for awakening?
Yes, when
to
is it
allow
better
it?
for awakening to go in, and
Yeah.
when is it better to go out? And I know that's a big question.
Yeah, so first of all, is it better sometimes to allow it rather than struggle with it?
Yes.
And second question is that, well, but when? What's the criteria?
Yeah,
All right.
that's the question.
So real
Thank you for
question.
helping me. It took me a while to get there.
It's a nice question.
Thank you.
I don't have a recipe. I mean, some elements I can share on this. I did hear this idea, and which is one of those tricky stuff. So this is more like the part of Tantra. Actually, I had a friend, she's a tantric guru. It's not Satyama, it was someone else. It's a tantric Indian, not sex tantra, but true tantra. Anyway, this idea there that, and this is not for everybody, yeah. So this idea or this suggestion is for people who are already more conscious. It's not just lost and blind. If there is a strong desire that is persistent, that is not necessarily out of integrity or doesn't obviously hurt anybody, it's not a destructive desire, but if there is a persistent desire, it is recommended to just do it. To do it, because there's a lot in there somehow, and from that point of view, the constant, why they are saying that the constant avoiding it and the constant being cautious about it and the resisting it, fighting it, takes so much energy. And then there's another idea which is hard to verify, but somehow if we die in this life with some big desire that we didn't allow ourselves to go for it, then that is it's not finished. We need to come back. We need to come back to make it happen somehow. So, okay. So this is one element. So from an angle to become free and discharge that desire is to fully go into it, but as conscious as possible, and not also to deceive oneself or trick oneself or fool oneself. That's okay. Another element is actually Francis thing about decision, because it seems like it's not so burning and compulsive that you can't stop it, right? So there is some inner wondering, should I do it or shall I not do that? So you have some space, right? So Francis was saying, well, if it's not clear, and if you don't have a deadline, and it's not clear, you're in a conflict about it, it's better not to do anything, not to do it unless your intellect or your higher reason and your heart and your heart gut, yeah? So the intellect and the intuition and the emotional center, the gut, they align. So not to make a decision if they are not aligned. The heart, body wants something, the mind says something else. If there's no deadline, wait. Wait in this not knowing, being open and allowing and being open for new data to come in. Like some more information from the outside comes in, or some more insight comes from within, or I may do a little processing about this and some more data will come from inside or outside that will fall into a place, like a yes or a no. It's a good, I like that. And then to act on it ideally if it's aligned. Another parameter is this thing of, let's say, if it's not clear, to look at it from the, also there's no recipe, so it's situational. This is really situational. It's like this person, sex, this person in this context, in my context, to look at all of this, and look at the whole context and all the parties involved, and then try to act from not from the separate self, but more like from consciousness. Okay, what's that supposed to mean? Well, to look at the situation and see, to find the action or the choice that is most aligned with these three parameters of love, truth, and beauty. Love, truth, and beauty. Love, truth, and beauty, they are some kind of expressions or emanations of consciousness, of the divine. And to see, okay, what will be the most authentic, truthful decision here? What will be the most harmonious, beautiful solution to this? And what will be the most loving for the totality of the situation, including yourself and the other person? I mean, of course, in order one to even have that, there has to be some space, not just be taken right away. I like also you said something, look under the hood. Like even, then you can do a little bit of light processing. Okay, there's big desire, okay. Ooh, and then investigate that, okay. Even do some A&D. A&D, there's some kind of A&D, advantages or disadvantages, but it is not as a cognitive thing, like, okay, dry. It may seem like that, but be like this, drop in, bring the woman up or guy up that there's a desire to have sex with. What will be one seeming advantage to go along with this? And then see what comes up. Let it come. Don't get involved, just see it, what it says. Oh, that was so fucking fun, so attractive, like, I want it. Oh, yeah, oh. Okay, then it settles. Then go into, okay, what would be a disadvantage of going along with that? Oh, well, I think, whatever. Something else may come. These questions are stirring some under the hood eyes. And do this a few times, 5, 6 times. And not to say, okay, where there are more. No, not like that. Not, well, I have 5 A's and then 3 D's, advantages, disadvantages. Not like that. But the whole process of investigating like that will help to bring more systems online, more all aspects of it. Make sense?